All right. Well, hey, how's it going? It's your local neighborhood Ryan, and welcome to my premiere episode of Ryan Reviews Reality, where I, Ryan, also known as local neighborhood dad for you oldies out there, review reality TV shows and just reality in general, whether it's love, relationships, whatever. So, today we will be reviewing a new television show. It is called Martha's Vineyard Summer House. This is the first season, and it just so happens to have an all-black cast, which is super great. Young people. It's all dope. Hold on, give me 1 second. Forgot to close that door. All right. If you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe to this channel, and also please check the link for the new Ron Reviews reality channel itself. But we will be doing a few episodes on here, just to get people acclimated. And you can go over there, and that's where all of the TV show review will be. All right. So let's get started with this cast. All right. So this season, this show is basically centered around two people. It's a couple, and that's Jasmine. Oh, that's Silas. We have Jasmine and then her husband Silas. Let me see if we can get them here together so you can see them. All right, there we go. So we got Jasmine and Silas here. Now, they met at Martha's Vineyard about, 3-4 years ago or something like that. They go every year. Well, we'll talk about how often they go, but that's where they met. So the show is centered around them, and then they invited some of their friends along to go. So they have been married for like a year or two or something like that. They met there. Silas is like in IT or something, and she actually stays at the crib. She's a stay-at-home wife, and that's another dope thing about the show because it talks about her new relationships, how her relationships with her friends are going now that she's married, and the majority of them are single. And then she does have a homegirl that does have, a boyfriend. We'll get into that later. That's Bria. Now Silas, what is it? Jasmine, she used to work as a Playboy bunny in New York. I guess it's a club. I'm thinking they taking naked pictures, but apparently it's a club in New York. Some baller stuff where all the ballers used to go. So that's where she met the girls that she invited onto the show. And that's Bria, Shanice, I think it's just Bria, Shanice, and Jordan. Then she has another homegirl named Mariah, who she does a television show with, or they wrote a show. And that's their whole thing. Silas, he is a he's in fraternity. What is it? They are alphas. Yes. And so he invited his I don't know what they call each other, but his homeboy that's also alpha, Preston. Then Alex came, another guy named Nick, and then the girls invited this guy named Phil. But we're gonna meet all of these people. So like I said, it's centered around these two people, two real cool dope people. I like them so far. Next up is Jordan. Now, Jordan is Jasmine's best friend. All right. Now, they both were the Playboy bunnies, at the bunny spot or whatever. I think she does modeling, and she's probably an entrepreneur or something else. I don't know. Attractive young lady, Everybody in the house is attractive. All of the guys and the girls and all of that stuff. And anybody I say is bad or whatever, doesn't matter. I'm married. Okay? So, it doesn't mean anything. Just letting you guys know. For the future. All right. So we got Jasmine. Jasmine is Jordan, and that's Jasmine's friend. Now Jordan is like the favorite in the house from the dudes. Like as soon as she hit the scene, all the dudes want to holler at her. So you know how that energy goes. Next up is Bria. Now Bria also worked at the Playboy Bunny spot as well. Now Bria is funny because she has a dog. All right. His name is Milo. Now, I couldn't find a picture of Milo, but I'm not a dog lover, so all dogs are Cujo status to me. And that's how everybody treats, this dog in the house, as if it is Cujo, because it's doing Cujo stuff, all right? It's not biting people or anything like that, but it's annoying, all right? It's very annoying, but there's going to be some climatic things that happens between these two as well, mostly because of the dog. Bria cool though. Bria has a boyfriend who is in Germany. She lives in Germany with him. Believe it was Munich. Now the funny thing is her and Jasmine really wants to hook her up with somebody in the house, all right? Jasmine is not respecting this woman's relationship on any level. As soon as she got in the house, she was like, yo, Bria, it's a bunch of cute guys in here. Bria like, yo, I got a man. He's off in the Munich. And apparently Jasmine feels like Bria is still semi-going from her Playboy days, at the club and stuff. So I can't even really be mad at that, all right? Next up is Mariah. Now, Mariah is Jasmine's homegirl, and this is the one that was, that she has a TV show that she's writing with her, right? Now, they were homeless together, so her and Jasmine they have a tight bond. At least they should. This is only the first 2 episodes, so. But from what I see, they do have a tight bond. Now, Mariah, she is a mom. She has a 7-year-old. She is super dope. She calls, check on her 7-year-old and stuff. And so that was a dope thing about her. Now, what's funny about Mariah is she one of those, like, what I want to call it, like a moon spacey type girl. That's what I call it. I can't explain it. She like in the crystals and all of that stuff. And she give me a couple of vibes, all right? So she kind of remind me of Macy Gray, all right? But not like look wise, just kind of her voice. She got a raspy voice or whatever. But not only Macy Gray, but she like Macy Gray mixed with Khalees. That's who this woman is a combination for. We should give her a name. Like, no, she one of the type of people, if we give her a nickname, she gonna be mad. We just gonna call her Mariah. But she like Khalees and Macy Gray. And we will be getting into some stories about her from this first and second episode. Next up on the roster is, and I think we finally going to the dudes right now from all the dudes that they have introduced. We'll start off with Amir. Now Amir, apparently the ladies love Amir. I'm not a girl, so I can't say whether people, should, I don't know, but the ladies was loving Amir. All right. He is a real estate agent. All right. Now this guy, to me, he is giving me, and this is not just because of how he looks, all right, but just from kind of like how he acts and stuff, he gives me very Drake's vibes, all right. It's a very Drake's guy. They have a lot in common, all right, both biracial. He is like Lebanese or something, and he doesn't know his pops. His pops black. And in the show, he talks about how he really wish he knew his pop side, the black side of his family, which we will see. We will see that as this show progresses, especially in episode 2 with what he talks about his interests are. It's very non-Southwest Little Rock. All right. Next up on the guys list, we have the boy Alex. Now, once again, like I said, the ladies was loving Alex. They was like, oh, sniggity, you know what I'm saying? The ladies was like, oh, wow, he's an attractive guy. What did he do? He like an actor or something? I don't know. I forgot what he do, but he do something. Apparently he do something, make enough money to come out here for 2 months or however long they be out there. I think it's like 4 weeks that they out there or whatever. But yeah, so he a cool dude. He vegan, all right? Now, he is a Kappa. Matter of fact, he and Nick are Kappas, all right? Where Nick at? I haven't introduced Nick, so this is a great segue into Nick, all right? So Nick is a Kappa, and so is Alex, all right? Now, really with Alex, that he kind of got these positive vibes and stuff, he cool, laid back, very calm guy. I really ain't seen too much of his personality, but this Nick dude, this Nick dude right here, like he has shown a lot while he's been there, okay? And while we talking about lookalikes that I was saying earlier, I don't know if y'all seen RoboCop, but he remind me of the cat from RoboCop, Donald Johnson. That's who he remind me of. This might be his pops. If you don't know who his pops is, it might be this guy. I'm just saying. Now, Nick, in full Kappa fashion, very into fashion. He's a super pretty boy on the dressing thing. Apparently, all the clothes that he brought, he not wearing them again. He's not wearing them twice. That's what he said. He's not wearing them twice. So I look at this dude like, all right. Also, he wanted to holler at Jordan, and it's another girl that we gonna bring in, Shanice, and he is a DMer, right? But he do them thirsty DMs, doing heart faces and fire emojis and all of that stuff. Not even starting real conversations, but we gonna get into that in a minute, all right? This is just more personality profiles. But yeah, that's Nick. Cool, he intelligent brother though. You know what I'm saying? He brought up the fact also he comes from a single mom. I came from technically a single mom. My pops was there, but I don't know. The way he was jumping in them inboxes, man, you could 100% tell. Super trash-tastic on the game front, all right? So, next on the roster for the guys is Preston. Now, Preston is, he is also an alpha, just like Silas. So, Silas brought him in, okay? Now, I forgot the picture that I have found to him, and I was going to mention, LGBTQ, but the picture says it all. You know what I'm saying? So, he is a very outspoken guy, well-spoken guy. I forgot what he does, too. I'm going to have to look into it, but apparently he makes enough money to come out here as well. This is my first episode, all right? I got some notes here. I need to really be looking at these things, too. One day. But yeah, Preston, very outspoken. To me, it seems like he's going to be he speaks his mind. He don't care. He likes to not necessarily correct people, but he will interject what he feels like something is if he doesn't like something. So I think he gonna be a little bit of the drama, but he is also somebody that people confided in or whatever. Mariah later on in the episode, so I think he's gonna be a good. It's gonna be weird seeing how it fits in, because I know he gotta holler at somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's Preston. All right. But we're going to go into more detail. I'm just giving y'all my overviews. Next up is Phil. Now, Phil came late, and I don't know why all of these up here. Phil came in late to the thing. He was like one of the last people to come in. This dude right here, as we speaking about lookalikes, all right, and just kind of how he acted, he gave me very Joe Budden-ish. He's a very Joe Budden-ish. This dude's loud, brash type dude. Full of energy, but like that look at me energy. Like, come on now, look at me. Kind of like he probably was like at the house when he was young or something and didn't nobody pay attention. I could be totally wrong. I kind of think the producers just like made him come. No, they told them about his personality, because apparently Shanice and Bria known him previously, and when Bria met him, I think they was in LA or Vegas or something, he paid for everything, so doing baller stuff. So he's the fun guy, but I gotta be honest with you, he's a very annoying dude. We'll get into that once we get into the episode. But Mariah liked him. She was like, oh, well, look, he's tall, I like that. Mariah liked him. So yeah, but like I said, give me the Joe Budden-ish, okay, on multiple levels. All right, next up we have Summer, who has not been introduced yet, so we ain't gonna go into her. Jason is this other dude, and we gonna go into that. And where is Shanice? So hold on, let me find Shanice, because I did not add her into the clicky button thing. So here goes Shanice. Now, Shanice was one of the last people to come in the house. She seemed like she is overtly ready for her hot girl summer. All right, that's what she said when she was on the phone. She was like, "Oh, you look, I ain't had no meat in no while, so I'm probably gonna get me some while I'm up there." She was also Playboy Bunny. Nick had slid in the DMs, and it was very trash. All right, so now let's just go into the episode. All right, we fixing to go into the episode. Let me see. I think I got another cast picture of them that kind of gives us a little bit, let you see everybody all at once. How about that? All right, so here's all the people. All right, the only two people missing on this pictogram is and I'm gonna pop them up there too, is Mariah and I want to say Phil and Mariah. So I'm gonna pop them up there just so everybody can see who we are referring to when we are referring to the people, all right? Alrighty. So, the episode starts off with us getting introduced to Jasmine and Silas, which, where Silas is? Silas around here somewhere. Where he at? There we go. All right, so it starts off with us getting introduced to Jasmine and Silas. They the first two people at the house. They explain, how they met. They are married, young couple, doing their thing. Silas does all the work. She stay at home. Now, when I say all the work, I mean he does the work as far as the income into the house, paying the bills. She doesn't have to work, so she gets to work on her dream or writing her TV shows and being a dope housewife. This is basically in her words. She is the Susie homemaker of the whole entity of the cast. All right. So next up, who came was I want to say it was Bria. Now it was Preston. Preston or Bria came, but when Preston came, he came by himself like everybody else supposed to come. He came, said what's up with his boy. Apparently him and Silas kind of had some issues when they first met as two alphas. And when I say alpha, I mean the fraternity, not like alpha male. But they cool. So Preston comes in, then Bria comes in. Bria pops in the door with her dog Milo. All right. She didn't tell nobody she was bringing a dog. You can't just pop up into the Airbnb with a four-legged animal. You ain't tell everybody. What if somebody allergic to dogs? Or what if somebody's just not a dog person, such as myself? I would have been highly offended. And you can see it on Jasmine's face when she came in there with the dog. She was like, what? Why didn't you tell anybody, Bria? And this causes issues later on, all right, as other people come along. So let me see who came in next. So Bria came in. I want to say Mariah came in after that, and then they explained their backstory. Now Mariah and Jasmine, they were homeless together. Okay, at the time it was a rough spot for them. They was in New York City. They had to live out of a car, and then they took that whole experience of them living out the car and made a TV show out of it, or a web show or whatever. So that's they bond. Mariah came dog free, but Mariah, I have to give props to Mariah because she had to stand up for the house because of that dog. But that's coming later, all right? Nick and Alex and Amir, I think they all came, not at the same time, but this is the next crop of people. Now, when Amir came through, he came all cheesing, Drake-like, very likable guy, stocky, short dude. Alex, tall dude, and Nick, medium, pretty boy guy. They have a conversation about who go holler at Jordan. All right, and Amir was like, yo, if anybody got dibs, if we're doing that whole thing, I got the dibs on it. Nick and Alex kind of was semi-hating, like, oh, yeah, we gonna see if you can pull her or whatever. Nick wasn't worried, apparently. Jordan comes, all right? Jordan comes. Her and Amir instantly got like some little attraction thing going on. Then we come to find out Nick has slid in her DMs, sending the fire emojis and all that stuff. Hella lame, all right? Which I'm so glad she didn't try to sugarcoat it or be nice or whatever. She was like, yo, I ain't like that. I ain't like that. It was whack and it was weak. And it was, my friend. How you gonna be a pretty boy? You in the king of the pretty boy fraternity, right? And you sending that type of stuff, man? Unnecessary, bro. Unnecessary. I did not like that. As is on some, hollering at a girl type things. Very crazy. Who else came in? After that, it was dang, man, I got some horrible notes. That's why I'm doing this live. It's all gravy though. Alex, Jordan, Amir, Shanice. Oh, Shanice came in and Phil came in the next episode. So in the first episode, they all kind of just getting to know each other. It was some beef stuff with the dog. With the dog just leaving stuff, it was shedding his hair while Jasmine and Mariah were trying to do some work at a point, right? Bria being the you can tell she like super spoiled type person. I'm a spoiled person, so I see a spoiled person when I see one. Mariah comes to him like, yo, your dog is shedding hair and everything, blah, blah, blah. Can you come clean up your stuff? Bria talking about, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. What? And see, this is the type of people that end up having kids. if you can't control your dog, how you can control a child? Not saying she want a child, but if she was to get one, she's gonna let it run amok. She gonna be the one where you just see a random child walking around the mall or the grocery store doing bad stuff, and the mama is on the phone doing TikToks. That's what Bria gives off. So it's already a bad taste in the mouth between Mariah and Bria. And then Jasmine wasn't feeling that either. But I think, Jasmine kind of stuck because Bria homegirl, Mariah homegirl. So she was on Mariah's side. But, Bria already kind of acting like it's going to be some situations or whatever, right? So the significance of the first episode, outside of just meeting everybody, there was a dinner that they all went to, and Jasmine and Silas and Jordan kind of had, some words because, of course, Jasmine is a married woman now, all right? Silas has a problem with her chilling with Jordan because Jordan is still out there, on the prowl, kicking it or whatever. And Silas, man, he like, yo, my wife need to be at the house, man. She don't need to be out kicking it or whatever. Jordan takes offense to this, like, hold up, we be out, but we not dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Silas brings up the fact people is buying, women drinks, and as a man, you don't want nobody buying your wife a drink. People gonna be like, oh, that's insecure. No, it's not. That's why I married you. I'm getting all the drinks from now on. But I get it. She should still be able to go out. But I understand Silas' side too. So Silas is kind of going in on Jordan like, yo, you're pretty much from the streets. This is basically what he's saying. And Jordan like, yo, I ain't from the streets, buddy. The only reason I'm out there when I'm going out kicking it is to get a bag. Now, with that being said, if you out kicking it and you getting a bag, the way they was talking about y'all was going out kicking it wasn't about getting the bag. Maybe she was talking about when she kicking it by herself, because she mentioned with her being single or whatever, she go out and do her thing. But it's about the bag. But Silas talking about, don't be dragging my woman out. Because really, to be honest, you going to the bars and the clubs, that's unless you going with your significant other, that's single people stuff. And y'all can disagree. If you disagree, put it in the comments. I don't care. All right? Because it's factual. He's a very traditional dude. And I think he was Lebanese. Yeah, he's Lebanese. So he comes from, a traditional African culture, all right? Hold up, y'all. My camera died. We'll be right back in a second. But anyway, so he's a very traditional person, and now he's trying to, date these American women, and he kind of confused about it. But, that is what it is. So that was really the main thing about the first episode. Really was just meeting everybody. We kind of see how Jasmine and Brad are trying to navigate being married with their single friends and all of that stuff. So the second episode comes up, and with this one, there were 3 significant things that I wanted to bring up in this episode. Okay, first off, wow, I covered a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, let's go back to Preston. Let's go back to the first episode. Preston, they had a group conversation. They were just talking about stuff, and everybody was congratulating everybody. Amir was giving his background about how, he hadn't been able to connect to the black side of his family because he was raised by his mom, who is, I forgot what nationality she is, but is not American. So he grew up, he didn't get no fade, he didn't have no haircuts, zero swag was had by him. He didn't develop his swag until he got a little bit older, and he really wants to connect with the black side of, his family. So that's what they were really kind of talking about at the table. Then somebody brought up black excellence or whatever. I think it was Bria. Was like, yeah, celebrate the black excellence, blah, blah, blah. Because Jasmine was sitting there talking about, oh, we always come to the Vineyard or the Martha's Vineyard every year. And Mariah kept it real. She was like, you only been here twice. So come on now. She said that in the confessional. She didn't say that, in front of everybody. I really wish she had her, though. Like, she should have checked up for that. Anyway, so Bria brings up the black excellence, and this is when I knew Preston was gonna be like the person. Initially, I was like, oh, he like trying to get attention, but I agree with what he said. He was like, yo, y'all associating black excellence with what the colonizers said success is, and I kind of got that, you know what I'm saying? I hate the phrase black excellence. Why it can't just be excellence? On the other hand, I get it. We have not had the excellence, you know. We had to have separate bathrooms for a very long time. So of course you gotta have separate excellence at some kind of point. But anyway, whole point of it is Preston. I got what he was saying. However, that wasn't the moment to be giving your monologue about what you hate that phrase when everybody's talking about it in a celebratory manner. You could have saved that, man. Could have put that in your back pocket. All right. So let's see. All right, episode 2. I think episode 2 it was 3 kind of major events. One, I want to say they went bowling. Is the one as they went bowling? Yeah. So they all went bowling. Bria can super bowl. That was her connection to her pops. She connected to her pops through bowling because he was working all the time. But when he did have time for it, they would go bowling. So she got bowling skills. They showed her pictures. I'm a bowler. You know what I'm saying? So I saw all of the different balls she had. It was super dope with that. So they went bowling, had conversations or whatever, and that was pertinent information about her to me. But Mariah wanted to connect with everybody, right? Oh, no. I'm messing up. Let's go back. The episode opens up with Amir taking Jasmine out on a date. Oh, wait. Now it's all rushing back. Tell me why they had Silas and Jasmine straight smashing. Straight smashing on TV. They had the night cam in their bedroom, and they was really doing it. I was like, what? And they had to blur out his butt, and then they even put the moans in there. I was like, yo, come on. They didn't even go that crazy on Flavor of Love back in the day with a reality show. So we opened up with Silas's ass crack, which was insane to me. But this is not network TV, is it? Bravo. I just know about them on the internet. I just watched it on streaming, so I guess it's okay on stream, but that's how I open up. So Amir is putting his work on with Jordan. All right. Like, he is really putting the work in. So he woke up and was like, yo, I want to take you out. Okay. This goes back to where he don't know his, black side of the family, because he wants to go kayaking. He's one of those outdoorsy people. He want to kayak and be in the water and doing all of this. He asking Jordan. Jordan she was a Playmate of the Year. Okay. She was like the last Playmate or whatever, or black one. So she is super duper pretty girl status, as in she don't want to do nothing else outside. However, I guess she like Amir enough, or producers was like, hey, you better take your ass out there. She went out there to go kayaking with him. Her number one requirement, if I'm pretty sure you all know, is do not get her hair wet. So they go out and do the kayaking. Now, Nick start hating, talking about, oh yeah, I think that was a low effort date. She's a sophisticated lady. No, but he got her out on a date, Nick. What you do? What did you do? And let's give even more props to Amir. It was free. So even if she ain't feeling him, he didn't lose anything. Now Nick, I can see Nick taking her to Chateau Laurent restaurant, coming with 8,000 roses, all that stuff, and she lead a date without even giving him a hug and calling him a lame to his face, because that's how Nick comes across. So Nick hating because Amir getting some play with some freeness, because she messes with him, not his stuff. So shout out to Amir, man. Shout out to Amir for that. So they went on a date or whatever, blah blah blah. Preston said something along the lines, I don't know if that was earlier or later, that Amir and Jordan was smashing. That's why I ain't kind of like him. I don't like that. I know he was joking or whatever, but he was like, I just think y'all should know. I guess he was telling the other two dudes or whatever, but that was kind of hella messy to me. Like, you keep that on the low, all right? All right, so that occurs. Now, Mariah ends up, now was this before or after Shanice came? Because Shanice came. Shanice is Bria's homegirl. Now Shanice is the turn up girl. She done already called. She was on the phone with Jordan, I believe, and she was like, hey, look, I'm trying to get me some meat. I'm gonna come up there. I was like, all right, I messed with her off top, just off the realness of it. Cause you on vacation, you gotta do vacation things, right? So she says that or whatever. Now come to find out, Nick be in her inbox being thirsty, crying, laming it up, sending the fire emojis, sending the heart emojis, sending all of this stuff in our inbox. Now, they didn't get her response to whether she thought it was lame or not, but when she walked in the house, she still was hella attractive. This guy gonna be like, oh, well, she didn't look like her pictures on Instagram. What do you mean she didn't look like her? Her face was the exact same, man. You talking about makeup, bro? She looked good without the makeup, man. What, you want all the frills and stuff? Which, let me know. I was like, I should have known. Because he be swirling with the cane, man. And not all like that, but he is coming off as a stereotypical one, but not the dope ones. I knew dope ones. He's not coming off as a dope one. He's really like putting a bad name as far as pimping is concerned when it came. So she comes in, he acting like she ain't all that no more, and I think he acting like that because he probably didn't get no play. All right, so what happens then? All right, so at this time, Mariah wants to, and this is probably out of order, I'm gonna come back though because that's how my brain works. Mariah wanted to connect with the whole group. All right, Mariah's into the she's spiritual, okay, not religious but spiritual, and she is it sounds like she's half Hispanic. Her pop's side is from Mexico, her mom's side is from Alabama. To connect with the crew, she wanted to do a moon mass, which I guess you go outside. She had lit some stuff on fire or whatever, and then was asking people how they felt, you know, and was, I don't know, hum and hum, but she called it hoodoo, right? These folks, you can see it was clearly cold out there. Everybody wrapped up in blankets. She like, all right, how's everybody feeling? Somebody kept it real, was like, can we go in the house? I'm going in the house because it's cold. And one by one, everybody was like, yeah, we're going to go in the house. Now, it was, I understood everybody because as soon as the first person, if I hadn't been the first person to say, can I get up and leave? I would have followed the first person. I would have been the second person. Now, she was high-key offended by this. She really thought it was disrespectful, and she thought that nobody messed with her. So she stated that her walls were up now, okay? And this is where the Macy greatness starts to kick in because she kind of upset now. Now, going back, everybody ended up going out to go do something as a group, and this is where I kind of like mess with Preston. Since everybody went out on the group, but they didn't want to do her moon thingy, she didn't go out on the group thing. Preston didn't go either. And they all went out. That might have been when they went bowling, or they might have went to the bar or something. But no, I'm skipping ahead. I was doing all right. So, they didn't do the moon thing, but they was all go out later on that night. So the next morning comes up. Nick a cool dude. Nick was cleaning up around the house. I mess with people who cleans up around the house. That is some good stuff. Now that's the best part about his pretty boyness, that he wants everything to be pretty and tidy. All right. He tried to spit a little game to Jordan too. Fell flat. It was very trash. Preston took care of Mariah when she was going through her little thing. She was sad about everybody before everybody left. He was like, why you didn't go with everybody? She was like, oh, I was messed up. She started crying, talk about her walls, and Preston was there to comfort her. So props to Preston on that. They all went out, but before the going of the outness, Mariah and Bria got into it because back to Bria and her dog. She got this stupid dog. She washing people's regular clothes with the dog stuff. And naturally, and obviously, Mariah was upset about it. So Mariah went and confronted Bria about the dog debris in her wash materials with the towels and stuff. She's like, yo, what are you doing? Don't be doing that. Now, I will say it kind of got too crazy, but the reason it got too crazy is because Bria is not, I'm not going to say she not understanding. Bria don't care about other people's stuff. She don't care about nobody else's feelings about their dog. She talking about it's a emotional attachment dog or whatever you call it. I'm like, whatever. So she not caring about nobody with her dog. She treating like it's a human or something. Nobody want the clothes washed with the dog stuff. So they got into each other's face. B words were thrown and come at me, dog. Come at me, bros. Were given. Now apparently Mariah put hands on Bria. Now I watched it. It looked like she threw the clothes at her, and she might have reached out and touched somebody for a second. But I didn't really see like no, fisticuffs or whatever. But apparently she did get physical, and which is not cool at all. But I understand the wanting to her wanting to pop her in the mouth. I would have fully, like, if it had popped off like that, I was like, I get it. Cause now I got dog dandruff in my Walmart linens, and I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, now Bria and Mariah got this beef. Jasmine kind of was stuck in the middle. She trying to, keep them apart and stuff, blah, blah, blah. So the whole group goes out. Mariah stay back. Preston stay back. Now that's vital to this story. So they all go out. Amir, Alex, Silas, Jordan, and Jasmine, if I didn't say her name earlier. So they go all out kicking it or whatever, and they trying to find some fun stuff to do. While they there, Bria is upset about the whole Mariah getting pushed thing. She mad because Shanice didn't come stand up for her. Also, she mad because, she was mainly mad because Shanice didn't ride in the car with her to go to the outing. She rode with the dudes. She was highly upset, and this is the difference between men and women. Bria is being a hater, and this is another point showing how selfish she is. She mad because she got all pushed when Shanice clearly stated that one of her main goals getting there was to get laid. So what did she do? She rode with the meat that she could lay with. Why would she ride with her homegirl? As a man, if I get into a tussle with a homeboy earlier, right, or my homeboy get into a tussle with somebody, right, and he all like sad or whatever, blah blah. But we in the house with the girls, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kick it with Grace Jones. You know what I'm saying? That's who I'm trying to smash that. I'm not riding with Curtis. I'm getting in the car with Grace Jones. And once we get there, Curtis gonna be like, hey man, what she talking about? She was talking about kicking it. We gonna congratulate each other, but no. Hater Bria, hating on Shanice, crying. She should have been there. She didn't stand up for me. I feel like she was left alone because I invited her out there, and that's just me. Stop. Will you stop, Bria? You are a hater. You hating right now. While she in there crying, Amir come in there. This is where his Drakitudes be popping in. All right. Amir come in trying, hey, I just want you guys to, if I want everyone to be okay. And dude, she clearly was looking at him like, dude, I don't even know you like that. Will you get out of my face? But that Drakeness, you can't beat the simpletonsness of the Drakeness. All right. So that's what's going on the inside. Was it Shanice and Jasmine outside? Shanice trying to explain to Jasmine how Bria upset about the push and how Jasmine should have did something about it since Mariah her homegirl. Then she go just push her like that. Like, oh, what if you got pushed like that? That wasn't even how the push went, man. The push did not go like that. So Shanice, she looked a little fool, but she over exaggerating stuff. But now Jasmine like, oh well, I guess I understand or whatever, but she knew she really didn't have nothing to do with that. Like, that's between Bria and Mariah, okay? And Mariah's high key tripping. Speaking of Mariah, I wanted to give props to Mariah. She has a 7-year-old. She gives her son affirmations to say, which is really dope. We should be teaching our children to think positively all the time. So shout out to her. You know what? My kid's halfway grown, but you know what? I'm going to give them some affirmations next time I see them. The main one's going to be, go wash them dishes and be happy about it. That's the affirmation I want you to have. Both of y'all. Anyway, so while that's going on at the club or whatever, it's a knock at the door. Phil done came in. Phil is Joe Budden Jr., all right? Phil waltzes up in there. Hella disrespectful, hella amped up and loud, all right? Giving very, very Joe Budden. Well, you know what? Who had energy like that? I don't even know. He reminded me of like he was 17. Like, dude came in there like he was 17. He pretending he's shooting a gun and stuff. Everybody get up, da da da. I really think the producers saw him online acting ignorant. Was like, yo, somebody invite him. So cause he just came in unnecessarily, really kind of unbelievably disrespectful. So he come in, he runs to Preston first. Preston already pegged this dude as, yo, this dude need attention all the time, 24/7. Which I feel is accurate, but that can't be his real personality. I just don't believe it. Then he goes into Mariah cottage thing. Now Mariah see him, she feeling him. Like, Phil probably could have knocked it down, but he over there being just still, and she might have liked this, because I told you, she got that Macy Gray, Khalees type stuff, so she probably, him acting ignorant probably turned her on in some kind of weird way. But he walking around now, he done found out about the dog, Milo, so he goes up in Bria's room. Disrespectful, dude, just going everywhere. Like, dude really irritated me up in this thing. Going there, he done let the dog out. After they done told the boys the dog up in there, he letting the dog run around and things. The dog loose, he ended up corralling the dog, getting back in the room. Then he goes to find his room. Now, apparently, he hit a Bria talking about he wanted the room that Preston is in. All right? But Preston already got this room, so this guy proceeds to go into Preston's bathroom, take a deuce, and not flush the toilet. Like, this is a cool thing to do. What the heezy, man? So, everybody comes back. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take this call. It's one of y'all favorite friends. This is Chunkmeister. Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you pick me up in 15 minutes?
From where?
Landry?
Okay. Well, I'm on a live, so it'll be after that, but it'll be soon. Bye. All right. So this dude takes the number 2 in the dude bathroom. So everybody get back. All right. Everybody get back home. To get back home, everybody mean Phil or whatever. Now Shanice, I think she saw Phil. I think she was feeling him. I'm not sure about Jordan. I don't remember. But let's just skip to the realness. Preston finds out that the deuce has been dropped in his bathroom. So he and Phil have a confrontation. Now, this is where I got to give props to Nick. Because Nick didn't go out like a hoe. He was like, yo, hey, bro, you dropped the deuce in my bathroom, man. I need you to flush that. Now, Joe Budden Jr. like, hey, man, no, dude, no, I ain't flushing nothing. You go flush it. That's my room. He crying about a room. It's no way this is real. This gotta be the producers. I just don't believe a grown man gonna be tripping about a room. So they, instead of Nick going off like, him, matching his energy, like, you know what, bro? You stupid. I'm gonna go flush the deuce. Props to you, Nick, for being cool. But Amir wasn't having it, and then Amir and Alex weren't having it. So Alex sitting down on the couch, he's like, bro, you acting like you run this house. Oh, buddy Phil, I think Phil was on the sugar booger. That's my opinion. I'm not saying he was on it. I'm just saying he was acting very sugar boogerish. Okay? He come, hey, what this is my house or whatever. It might not be my house. I'm back. He said something along them lines. Then Amir pops up. All 5'2" Amir was like, yo, bro, dude, hey, you tripping, man. I'll bust your ass. I will bust it. Now, pause. But that's how he came to the dude. Phil gonna come back. He really didn't say nothing. He was kind of, you could tell that he tall. He looking down at dude like, I know, like on somewhere. I know you stocky, bro, but come on now, dude. I got like 12-foot reach on you, bro. So he just kind of look at him, and he was like, he said something back, and the mirror was like, no, dude, you want it all? Come on, step to me. So then, Phil stepped to him, and that's the end of the episode. I forgot what they said was gonna happen next week, but who knows? So I like this show. I like this cast. It's 2 more people supposed to come. I'm hoping they kick Phil out at some point. I know y'all like, it's just, he just too not real. There's no way it's real. That's how this dude acting. But everybody else is dope. I'm really excited to see how Silas and Jasmine, navigate this with they being married and everybody else single. And I hope Shanice get what she looking for, because her and Amir, they out there, with what she should be going to Martha's Vineyard for. Be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was episodes 1 and 2. We got to meet the cast and things. If you like this review, make sure you hit that like button. This is Chunk and Dad's channel. This will be converting to the 4K family channel for all of the me, Chunk, my Linda, Junior. It's gonna be a potpourri channel of cooking and maybe family challenges and stuff. So I had to create a new channel that's Ron Reviews Reality. That channel link is in the description. Okay, please make sure you go hit that link. All right, no videos is on there yet, but I'm gonna upload this video to their channel too. So slowly but surely. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. If you like this reality show, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Who is your favorite character? Who are two people that you want to see get with each other? Please let me know in the comments and follow the channel, the new channel. You guys have a good one. Peace out.